All right, we are live. And where did Mark go? Oh my goodness. But we're doing
I
all
don't
right.
know.
Uh-oh, who doesn't have
Oh,
there you are.
there we are.
All right, giving shouts out. We got Sheba B. Lori is here. We've got that's me. Art by Sparkle. We have Crazy Ann. Well, of course you're here. Mike Carrier
There's Phil.
and
Cheers,
Big
buddy.
Daddy H is in the house. Phil, everything spicy is here, and Kitty 303. Uh, and there's somebody from Facebook, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. I would dare say that's Haig Homestead. If I'm correct, let me know. It's Hyggge. So I hope I am saying that correctly. But we've got a good crowd here tonight, and we are 2 weeks away from the drawing. 2 more
Getting
weeks.
closer.
We are getting very, very close. So I've got people with hundreds of entries, and we have people with a handful of entries, but it
It's
only
probably
takes
me.
one to win. So
The handful of entries is probably me.
you've got a triple handful compared to one person I know of. But tonight, let me do my StreamYard giveaway tool. So tonight, I hope people like pasta because I was in a rush. I had to work late tonight, and I just came up with this because we had spaghetti for dinner. So um, this is the top um, pastas worldwide, top 10 according to CBS 19 News website. So I was in a hurry, guys. Come on. It
Well,
doesn't
you
matter
know,
what the hashtags are. You will still get 10 entries if it lands on you. So make sure you put hashtag lasagna in there. And let's get this show on the road. So, what are we
hey,
playing for? We are playing for first prize December 1st. We'll be spinning it. It is for a 24 note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons marked A, B, and C, a crystal logo whiskey glass with Bourbon Bounty logo on it, and a virtual private tasting with me. The second prize is 2 ounces of anything on my shelf and a glass. Third prize is just the glass. So we got that out of the way. But tonight, the top 10 pastas from around the world. Well, that's popular all around the world because from what I see on here, they're all Italian. So,
mm,
but that's typically,
well, pretty
I
much all
guess it's
pasta is
Italian
Italian,
pasta.
isn't it?
What's that?
Isn't it pretty much all pasta Italian?
No, I mean, well, you have rice noodles and things like that from
Well,
around,
yeah,
and the little
dumplings
hot
and
sticker dumplings, yeah, and things like
yeah.
that. So,
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's all. Oh, Eric Gerhardt, how's it going, man? That's on Facebook
Guani.
as well. Jimmy Lacari, I see him here.
Yeah. Kathy Bates just jumped in, and Guani.
So, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking. Well, starting off with some of this Still Austin, the cast strength Nancy Fraley pick.
Nice, nice,
It's let's see, 118 proof,
good.
dumped on 10, 28, 22.
Well, I am drinking Blue Note Crossroads.
Hmm.
Now, this is MGP procured stuff by them.
Yeah.
It's straight bourbon whiskey finished with toasted French oak. I really like it. It says crafted in Memphis, you know, and it says
Yeah.
produced and bottled by, but it is 100 proof, not bottled and bond, but still it's 100 proof. But it's really tasty. I like it. Almost too sweet,
Hmm.
but not quite. It's just right on it. But that toasted French oak comes through, and that was my first sip of the day right there. And that was a pretty good sip right there.
Excuse me.
That was a good one. All right, so we are going to tonight's guest. I used to know him as the Dude Rocks, and now he is going by Johnny Jim. but this guy can take a song and make up lyrics and turn it into anything. So we're not going to be singing up here, though. We're not going to get copyright strikes or anything like that. But we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. But we'll get to that here in just a minute. Before we do that, we are going to spin the wheel. Here, we'll give people a few more minutes to get hashtag lasagna in there. Then we'll spin the wheel, and then we'll get him up here so we can have these discussions. Full disclosure, he has been to my house before.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Yeah, we hung out one day and had a good time. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. So I'm not sure what the studio looked like when he was here. That's been a little while since he was here. So anyway, I've ramped it up, and now I've got all the shelves and everything.
Yeah, it looks like we need to add you a few more there somewhere.
We do, and I'm having trouble figuring out where that's going to be because of these darn windows over here. I have blackout curtains behind them. And so they're just kind of fake, with the blinds hanging there. They don't really, you can't see outside, and you can see I hang stuff over them. And all I'm doing is hanging it from the top down on a string, a thread. So
it would be that hard to put you a couple of shelves right across in that then.
Yeah, I would have to hit the wood. The problem is the facing around it is not flat. See, the middle part is flat in between them, and I could put a bracket there. But if I put a bracket on each end, they'll toe in like this. Because the window facing is thicker on the outside, and it has all the fancy stuff coming to the inside of the window.
Yeah.
And so they go like this. I don't know if that would make a huge difference, but
well, if you were closer, I could do something with it.
The only other way to really do it is for me to put a solid board across there, then mount the brackets to the board.
Yeah.
And I have thought about doing that, of taking, those cedar boards you put on your fence, and they're pretty cheap, and they're 6 feet long, or you can get them, long, and I could put them across this whole window area and create my own wall right there.
Yep.
And I could stain them like different colors and have them like staggered like bricks, but they're, and have boards like that. I've thought about that. And if I get that done, then I can put up some more shelving across there. And it's eventually going to get to that point, because we're not moving from this house anytime soon. We just spent a bunch of money to redo our bathroom upstairs in the master. We're getting ready to remodel the kitchen. We're talking about eventually building a screened-in porch on the back. So, we've got a lot of plans for this place.
I got you. Yeah. Well, like I said, if I was around down there close to you, it wouldn't be that hard for me to help you out. I've got all kinds of woodworking equipment, make moldings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be sweet. Yeah. When I lived in Texas, man, I had all these tools. And when we went to move here for my job, we took pictures of everything and listed it, and that stuff went like hot rockets, boy. People were coming by, throwing hundreds and fifties at me, taking tools and leaving.
Yep.
So, but I had all the good stuffs.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with all of it. The new places doesn't have quite enough room, I don't think, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've got, planers and joiner and, all kinds of different stuff.
Now, you said you were just south of Austin, right?
Southeast.
So when you're coming down 35, there's what's that loop that goes around downtown?
130?
Yeah, I think it is. It's tolls on it. Yeah, I was thinking about hitting that thing and coming around.
Oh, yeah, that's right in front of the house.
Good. That's what I was going to ask. So if I come down 130 and dump out there, where am I?
Yeah, you're right across. I mean, I can see 130 from the house, from the backyard.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So we'll coordinate more next spring, before I come out, but you may or may not still be in that same place, but we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and spin this. So hopefully everybody, but don't worry if you miss this one, there'll be another one right after it. But we have 9 entries on the wheel. Let me share my screen. I almost forgot to do that. Chrome tab. Here we go. And good luck, everybody. This is for 10 entries next week. I know it's Thanksgiving, but I will be doing Crazy Ann. Congratulations. I will be doing double entries next week. Just so you know. All right, let that confetti die down, and I'll set the next one up. All right, hashtag. All right. Oh, come on. Grab that thing. There we go. And we are now on Linguini. And now that we're ready, he's having a little internet trouble, I think, tonight. He was in the basement. He popped back out again, but as soon as we get him back in here, we'll get him up and hopefully it can stabilize and we can have conversation. Next week, though, I'm no guest next week. Okay. So can you make it or you're not going to be able to?
Or should be able to make it.
Okay. I didn't know because like we do Thanksgiving afternoon. You know, type
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, we do it during the day.
No, I meant I don't know what date Thanksgiving is.
It's on a Thursday next week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm having Thanksgiving here, but I'm not sure what time she's planning on doing it.
Yeah, see, and that's why I was
fairly early.
And if you can't make it, don't worry about it. But hey, Whiskey Food Dude, Angie Mason, Fluid Art, Chatty O's here. I'm trying to shout people out. If I miss somebody, I apologize. The chat's moving
Angie
pretty quick, and we get to conversing. But as soon as Johnny Jim gets back, we will bring him up here. But yeah, if you can't make it, don't worry about it. Okay. I'm going to just open it up because I may do an abbreviated, show. It may not be the full length thing, but I'll be up here for a little bit. Okay. And I may just watch for the schedule because I may not even schedule it to go live till like 7 instead of 6:45 or something like that. But I'll let you know ahead of time. And if you can make it, great. If not, don't worry about it. Todd from 21090 is here.
Oh, there's Todd.
And
cheers,
yeah, buddy. I will say
let me know. Let me know, and I'll figure out what's going on with me, and then I'll be able to let you know, ahead of time.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, if we do like a 30, 45 minute show or something like that, it may not get in the way of much, but there's a lot of people that may not have a place to land. So I was just going to at least come on here and say happy Thanksgiving to everybody and hope everybody had a good meal and time. And all of that.
Better check chat there. Miss Kathy Bates made her cry.
Oh no, I miss Kathy Bates, made her cry. Well, we're not missing you now. Look at there, you're highlighted. So there, I'm making up for it. I apologize. So I don't know if we're gonna have a guest tonight either, but maybe he'll get back up here soon. He was on earlier, and he froze right when we went to go live, and when I was playing the music, and then I've seen him back in the basement a couple of times, but he's not there anymore. But otherwise, what's that?
Where is he at? Location, I mean.
I believe I don't want to give you the wrong answer, but I think it's around in Georgia area or something like that.
Okay.
So
I was thinking, if he was up north somewhere, it'd be on snow, maybe you're messing with it.
Yeah, I don't really know where he is located at the moment, so we'll have to ask him if we can get him back up here.
Yep.
I'm also thinking about doing another 30 bourbon giveaway.
Oh, nice.
So I've been building back up some funds here after we went to Vegas.
Yeah.
And there's one thing about Las Vegas you need to know. Gambling or not, it will take your money.
That costs you money just to be there and eat.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. The food was fantastic. The restaurants were fantastic, but you pay for the experience for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Never been.
I didn't even want to look at the a bill. I would just hand them the credit card, and it would come back softer than it was when I handed it to them.
Yep.
And burning through that thing.
Yeah, a little lighter too.
Mm.
Yep, I can see that.
Oh,
I,
we had the money set back, and we just put everything on the cards and most of it, and we get that paid off, and then get back to it again. I just don't like taking vacations that unless I know. Well, it depends on the vacation, but if we're going to do
Mhm.
something like that, I want to make sure we have plenty of funds and we can have
Yep.
plenty of fun. It
Yeah.
hurts every time. I will say
Yeah.
this though, I got a
It's worth it.
letter. I've had my car less than 2 years, and I got a letter from Honda wanting me to come in and trade up. So
Oh no.
yeah, they're telling me I've got equity in the car and that my payments will probably end up being lower than what I'm paying now on the 2020, and I'm going to get a 2022. Now the deal is though the
Mm,
2023s are out now,
yeah.
so I'm gonna, you only get those good deals on the year model when the 2023s come out.
Mm,
So I'm just gonna go to a 2022. I'll just trade up every 2 years if they want me to,
there you go.
and get that new car smell back.
Well, thanks, Angie. My brother-in-law painted that one. It's looks like that.
Oh, cool.
Kind of an abstract thing.
Hmm.
It's pretty good size too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's my hand next to it, so it's pretty good size.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
Oh yeah,
At
for
first,
sure.
when I looked back there, I thought it was vegetables because your head was
Bowl of
in the.
fruit.
Well, I saw it looked like a pepper or something like beside your head.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
here,
right
like a
there.
yeah.
And yeah, but that no, it's cool.
That's just an abstract thing. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like
All right, Gawani got the linguine in. All
okay.
right, so well, evidently we may not have a guest tonight, but hopefully he can come up here and join us in a little bit. I had some questions prepared for him, but if not, we will talk about other things. So I did reach out to someone that I'm excited to announce that he has agreed and is excited about. I'm going to be shooting another documentary film.
Oh yeah, where at?
Yep. Well, it's going to be in
Or
multiple
can you
locations.
say?
Well, it's going to be in multiple locations. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is a documentary on people doing store picks,
Oh, awesome.
and I'm actually going to shoot some footage at the store where he works
Hmm.
and let him show the picks, and things like, and we'll talk about picks that he's done, but we're actually going to go do some picks.
Oh,
And
awesome.
I'm going to meet him in Kentucky when they go, and I'm going to get footage there of them doing actual picks. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I mean he's got a. I mean everything I've tried that he's picked is great. He's got a great palate and a great nose, so um, it suits me just fine. So yeah, and I'll
There
be
you go.
doing a lot of background on, because there are some places out there that go do store picks, and I've seen it.
Yep.
They don't really know what they're doing. They just go
Yeah.
for the experience. There's 2 or 3 barrels. They try those 2 or 3 barrels and go, yeah, sure, we'll take this one.
Yep.
But you got to be willing to walk out because they're mostly just going for the party and just to get their label on something. And then
Hmm.
they buy that barrel and they bottle it with their back label of
Yep.
store pick or whatnot. And
Yeah.
so,
I just picked up a store pick around here by me. So one of the local liquor stores had a pick of 1792 foolproof.
oh wow, now that's a good one.
So I haven't opened that one yet, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I know the foolproof is good.
Yeah, I like the
I,
foolproof.
yep. And I the ones I have right now on my shelf are the small batch, single barrel, and sweet wheat.
Mm-hmm.
but I have had the foolproof before.
Mm-hmm.
It got gone.
Yep.
It
It
was
don't take it too long.
no, it was really really good. It was my favorite 1792. So if they, and of course they're all going to be close, you know,
Yeah.
and barrel to barrel. Yeah, you might get a little different stuff, but it's not going to be a tremendous, gap
Oh, for
in
sure.
flavor. So you'll get to it'll be a good pour.
Yeah, they've been storing them for a while. They pretty much know what they're doing up there.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
like
and
Mark Davy.
the other thing I was going to say is the 6 month members they should all be getting their glasses tomorrow. So I have an 80 proof club, and what that gets you is a few extra entries a month or a quarter to the quarterly. Well, it's by month to the quarterly drawing, and you do not have to be present to win if you're a member.
Hmm.
And 80 proof does get access to a lot of the content that I would push out for members only.
Okay.
Then I have a bottled and bond club, and they get 95% of the content I push out for members only. They get extra entries per quarter, even more than the 80 proof, and
Hmm.
they get a whiskey glass every 6 months that they're a member.
Wow.
But this time, I found a bourbon so unique, so limited, so good that I sent them a 1 ounce sample of it as a surprise.
Excellent.
There we go. I just ruined the surprise. But anyway, it's coming. But no, I did message them and tell them that there was a sample in there, so be careful when you open the package. I don't want it hitting the floor.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm not. I don't know if I don't think I told them. Maybe I told them what it was. I'm not sure. But it's a very limited bourbon.
Okay. Cool. That's always nice to get a little sample in the mail. Something you hadn't tried before.
Yep. But and I will always, probably put a little extra in there. The highest tier I have is the allocated elite club, but that's for serious stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing the allocated elite club has gotten to see that the rest of the members didn't was the early release of the documentary film,
Okay.
because I had it set up for premiere, but I had it ready 2 weeks before the premiere, so I put it out there for about 4 or 5 days on the for the allocated elite members to view.
Nice.
So other than that, I send more samples to the allocated elite. And when you're in the allocated elite, you not only get a whiskey glass every 6 months, you get a nosing kit. After 6 months, you get nosing kit A. After the next 6 months, you get nosing kit B. After the next 6 months, you get a full set of whiskey snifters. You get, it just keeps going.
Hmm.
You'll eventually get hats and shirts and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got this one.
Yeah, huge glass of whiskey. Yeah. So the I do also for the allocated elite. Every once in a while, you'll get a full bottle of something.
Nice.
Um, yeah, but those are for because I'll do virtual tastings with the allocated elite, and sometimes I'll send like a 4 ounce sample, sometimes a 6, and sometimes full bottle.
Nice.
So,
That's very cool.
but
Too
yeah,
bad it's
that's
all. Too bad the samples are Jim Beam and
no, they're not. No, not hardly.
benchmark.
No, but it is one of those things where I have to go, and if I find a good deal, or if I can work a deal, like
Mm,
because a lot of times I'll find a bottle, and they're $120 a piece or something, and I'm like, what if I buy 3 of them?
yeah.
You know, and try to wiggle around, you know. And if they have plenty of bottles, that they'll work with me a little bit on them. Oops,
I
I
should
got to
probably
spin.
I should probably get you a couple of these and set them aside for when you come out.
There you go. All
That
right.
way
Well,
you
let
can
me
take them
present
back
this
with you.
screen and get this giveaway done for this 10 minutes. So good luck, everybody, and Linguini.
Joey just got in, looks like.
All right. Yeah, Joey got some entries last week. Go Wani, congratulations.
Way to get in there.
All right. We'll let that confetti die down there, and then we'll stop sharing, and I'll get the next one set up. So let's go on ahead and do some ZD.
Hint.
I'll know what it is already. I said it out loud.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, I couldn't spell it, so I can't jump in.
It's really short. Yeah, baked ziti. We used to make that all the time.
My wife made that 2-3 weeks ago. Turned out
Yeah.
really good.
I like the I mean, like if I'm eating there's one restaurant here that does really good Italian food.
Mhm.
That's JV. JV's hangouts in the house. And we it's Francesco's, and they do veal parmesan, chicken parmesan, you know, all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
But they have fresh mozzarella in
Oh,
house,
yeah.
and they
Yeah.
make their own pasta. And man, you get that the marsala or whatever, and I always get angel hair with that.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing something like I love the penne pasta in like a baked dish with like the rosemary and cream sauce and chicken and stuff, and
Yeah.
a little prosciutto in there with that, and
For sure. Sounds awesome.
yeah, that stuff's good. Oh, and
So,
artichoke parts go well in that as well.
sounds Lord Shark. A little clogging
Uh-oh.
on that pasta.
I'm telling you, this Blue Note Crossroads is pretty good, even though it's MGP juice. I mean, you know, but
Oh, yeah.
I get a lot of different flavors out of different ways that they handle that MGP.
Sure, you can. I mean, there's I don't know how many was it, probably hundreds of different brands that use MGP juice.
Oh,
So,
right, and they have different. Like I think they have three or four. I can't remember now. Different mash bills you can choose from bourbon,
mhm.
and then they have the rye. You know,
Yep.
so yeah, they have a lot of selections, and I mean the oh, where'd it go? Oh, Remus. You know,
Mhm.
their signature brand. You know, it's good.
Yep. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Art by Sparkle. It's a Z at the front. But yeah, okay. So if you're just joining in, the hashtags tonight are top 10 pastas, and not dishes, but just the noodles. So we're going to go through the full gambit of pasta noodles tonight. But
Not even close, JV.
wiki. So the words don't matter, but the giveaway entries do. Well, I guess we may be winging it tonight, man.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll
Without a guess.
reschedule.
Yeah, well, I'll have to reschedule him some other time, and you know, I'm watching the basement. If he pops up, we'll get him up here. But
There you go. You
I'll
never can tell that dang internet nowadays. Sometimes it's great, and then 5 minutes later, it goes bottom falls out. You know,
Yep.
you never can tell.
No, it's CNSA Crush. Don't follow JV's entry. It's ZD. It's not Wiki. It's ZD.
Oh, there you go.
ZITI.
Being a bad example now. Let's see here.
I'll highlight that one. Crazy Ann got it right.
There we go. And you don't have to use a capital letter if you don't want to. Just
No,
as long as you use the
capitalization does
hashtag and
not
then
matter.
the right letters in there, you're good to go.
All righty. So, whoops. No, not that one. Not that one. That one. I was trying to click on it again to take it back down. And it went poop, and I clicked the next one. Wrong.
Yep. Missed
So,
it by that much.
what did you said you've been picking up some work lately? What all you have going on?
Mm. Lately, I've been clearing some land with on a skid steer. I'm
Oh,
using a
okay,
skid
yeah, yeah.
steer and like a big shredder attachment and a few other pieces of equipment clearing some land.
Is that
Uh,
commercial clearing prop for commercial property or?
no, not yet. It might be eventually down the road. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're planning on doing with it. They just said, "Can you clear that?" And I said, "Yep." They said,
yep.
"Go for it."
There we go. So now they're up the street. They had things zone commercial up the road that way. I'm pointing the wrong way, and now they're putting houses in. So
Hmm.
they rezoned it for residential. I was hoping
Ah,
because there was a stores over here on like a strip mall thing with stores. I was hoping they were going to put another one in,
uh,
to have a
oh,
few more restaurants and.
I wish they'd put some restaurants in around me. Sheesh, ain't nothing around here. I don't even have a pizza joint or anything.
I see him in the basement, but it says devices not connected.
Hmm, dang,
Having some issues tonight.
dang internet. Well,
JV said probably not wise to follow my advice.
I've swapped from the Still Austin.
Where are you going to? Highland Park 12. Drinking scotch on a bourbon show. I don't know what to think about
It's
it.
whiskey.
Yeah, we've done it. Boy, JV is putting ZD in there every which way but correct. Let's see what time is it. 7:17. One more minute, and I'm gonna. So if you're gonna do it right, you better hurry. Get that entry in there for that chance to get the 10 entries on the wheel. Ah, he's back gone again from the basement. But yeah,
Dang.
we'll spin this here as soon as I see 7:18.
No, I mean I'm mainly a bourbon guy myself, but I'm trying to dip a toe off into some of the different other stuff, Scotch and some Irish and
Oh yeah,
try different things.
yeah,
This is
we've
one of
talked
the
about it.
few that I can tolerate. It's got just a slight hint of peat.
Oh yeah, no, and I have scotches down here, and I have ryes down there, just out of
Mm,
sight. I keep them down here out of sight.
yeah.
I also
Well,
have my
that's
little
all whiskey.
Christmas tree in the corner over here, but I don't have my lights on yet.
I can't quite see it. Is
It's
that one of those the ceramic ones?
no, it's they called it a pre-lit Christmas tree, but I had to string the lights on it. I don't know how they
No.
consider it pre-lit, but anyway, I'm going to present the screen, and we are going to spin this, and then we'll get to it. Good luck, everybody. And we are going to land on Kitty 303. All right.
There you go.
All righty. Bam. And then we'll let the confetti die down. Congratulations. And we will set the next one up. I see Teresa Laguerta in the house.
Hmm.
Speaking of one I just commented on before in just normal conversation, we have
Spaghetti?
Pinay.
Oh, penne.
Yeah, I like the that's the one I was talking about. I like the fatter noodles, when I'm doing that
Mm,
baked hearty baked dish. Yeah, that stuff's good.
yeah, those kind of noodles.
We
The penne and the ziti and like those hold up more so to a good, bacon in the oven and whatnot. They don't get
oh
all
yeah.
mushy on you.
Oh yeah, because you can cook them al dente and they'll stay that way, through the bake.
Hmm.
Unless it's too juicy and bubbly, then they may cook a little more. But
Yeah, like a
but I
lasagna maybe.
always when I'm doing those though, I cook the pasta exactly where I want it, and then I run the cold water over it and
Hmm.
stop the cooking. And that way, when I put them in the baking dish, it would take a long time for them to heat up enough to really start cooking again.
Yeah.
So that keeps it about right. Well, there's
Gotcha.
the alarm, so we already have it set up, so we will watch for that. Man, I wish he could get his stuff going, but you know what? We'll, like I said, we'll reschedule him and we'll try to get him back on the show at some other time.
Yeah.
But lots to go over and talk about anyway here tonight. I've been getting beat up at work pretty bad, but I know I told someone not too long ago, they were like, man, you know, where you been? And life gets in the way sometimes. And it's that time of year. A budget,
Hmm.
you know, had to get turned in. The early part of the annual reviews for the employees are in. I have to get all that stuff submitted and approved because I have to approve even the folks submitting for people under them. I have to approve the rating they're giving them and all that. And then we get to relax for the holidays. But if my budget gets approved, we're going to have to hit it like a mad hornet in January to get
Man.
through some stuff. Otherwise, I won't be making it out there in the spring. I want to be able to do that. So, yeah, we'll hit it. We'll hit it like somebody threw a rock at a hornet's nest, and then we'll get it knocked out.
Fast and hard.
Well, and the reason I picked April and even toward the end of April to come out there is because March is the when all of the stuff happens. It's January, February, and then the payday in March is when they get their pay increases, if there is any, bonuses come in, you know, all this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, and you got to make sure all that goes through like it's supposed to and everything.
Yes, and you know, it's just a lot of headache, but yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so question: what do small craft distilleries do with their not good barrels? I'm sure. Well, what they'll do is they'll batch them. Yeah. Sure. Big one just put, well, even small ones will batch them. But you'd be surprised. You know, you can do even a 20 barrel batch because unless it's bad, like something went bad wrong, it's gonna not be that bad. I mean, it wouldn't stand up to a barrel, single barrel or anything like that. But you know, they could put it in a 50 barrel batch or something. And
Either that or just redistill it.
yeah, they could do that too.
I mean,
And distribute it
Carter
among
Barrel did
barrels.
that. Carter Barrel did that recently with some 15-year-old MGP.
Yep.
Just redistilled it.
Yeah, you
Turned
can.
out really good too.
Yeah, but if you're not, yeah, but the craft distillery, yeah, they're distilling, but
Yeah.
but no, I mean, a lot of them, like even that craft distillery, I did that documentary on. They take their time and they make sure things are good, you know, because the biggest things that can happen that make bourbon not as good, using the wrong water, not cooking it at the right temperature, you know, not you know, stripping it appropriately, you know, that type of stuff can taint it. But they just take their time and do it right. I mean, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of effort going into that. So they cross all their T's and dot all their I's, you know. So they're going to have a pretty decent product because they're going to use the same corn typically in all those, you know, the batch of bourbon that they do. I know that Mark Dettori out at Dueling Grounds Distillery, he only cooked in 250 gallon, but he's upgrading to the 1200 gallon stills. But
learning curve.
Yeah, they do the 250 on their batches, so they can tell pretty much right away what they're going to get, and they do taste the White Dog before it goes in the barrel.
Sure.
I guess the only other thing that would really frick up a bourbon is if you just had some bad wood, I guess. But you know, these guys making these barrels, they've done it for decades and you know, even longer. And they are very
possibly
careful.
forgot about it.
Well, oh, what's that?
Forgot about it, you know.
Yeah, if you put it in too hot of a environment and try to age it too long, that would taint it.
Yeah, you get that over oaked and
Yep.
Turns into Garrison Brothers.
Yeah, it does. But even there, if you had something that was slightly over oaked, you could blend it with a different
Yeah.
batch
Yeah.
of younger bourbon and hit the 2 year mark, and you could call it a blend of
Straight whiskeys.
like 8 year and 2 year type thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think
I'm just
legally you can only put the lowest year is what you can put on the bottle. Even if you
uh,
got 2-year-old whiskey and then you pour 12-year-old whiskey into it, it's still 2-year-old whiskey as
it
far as
is
ATSB goes.
it's whatever's 51 or more percent.
Hmm.
But you have to call it a blend. But most of them put all the ages on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll put a blend of 2 year, 6 year, 12 year. And what you're really getting is 90% 2 year, and then you're
Yep.
getting 5% of that, and then, a few percent, or 8%, and then 2% of the 12 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, Crush. Where throw some finishing staves off in it and let it sit in another barrel for a little while or whatever.
Well, and CNSA Crush said, yeah, or what everyone does, finish it. Yeah, just get a different barrel, finish it in a cab barrel or something like that, and see if you can
Mm.
salvage the flavor.
Yeah, see if you can cover it maybe.
Yeah, but typically they don't get too far away from um, their mash and their technique and you know, their
Yeah,
cooks and strips and all that. So
they can down here in Texas, because I mean, especially depending on what size of barrel you're aging in. If you're
yeah.
aging in like a small, 5, 10, 15 gallon barrel,
Hmm.
it can get away from you in days.
Oh yeah, it can.
You know.
And yeah, because you have far more bourbon touching the inside of
Hmm.
that barrel. And the one good thing about the smaller barrels is you don't lose as much because you have a shorter aging period. So
Yeah,
you don't
but
get as
then
much evaporation out of it.
yeah, but then again, you still it ages faster as far as color goes, but it doesn't age faster as far as
No.
like mouth feel, and
Yep.
you can still go, smells like 2-year-old.
Yeah.
You get the grain forward and whatnot out of it.
Oh, the edge, the
Hmm.
smooth color all the way through. Yeah, like you said, the mouth feel, the legs, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's 2 years. It's 2 years. It don't make a difference. You can get away with it a little bit more down here. I mean, because it definitely goes in and out of the wood a whole lot more because of our, we got 30-degree temperature changes on a daily basis down here.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot. And the other thing I've seen I've heard about, I haven't seen it, is the ones that sell barrels for the like Bourbon County Stout, and that type of
Hmm.
stuff. Um, they can they can lose some bourbon. I mean, if you've got just a bad barrel.
Yeah.
But I've also seen where one guy, he said he opened the barrel. I was talking to a distiller, and he said he opened a barrel, and they, drilled the hole and they kept turning and turning and turning. And finally they had it all the way upside down, and they got about a half a cup of bourbon out of there, and it was almost black.
Oh, I bet. Oof.
it, but it didn't leak, but it was gone. I mean, the bourbon was just gone. And he said he
Yeah.
got a little more. He said he probably got 2 bottles out of it.
Oh
But two
man.
bottles out of a barrel is nothing.
No. Out of a 53-gallon barrel.
Yeah. And
Holy
yeah,
cow.
and he had the 2 bottles, and he showed them to me. He's like, there they are, and they were dark.
I bet.
Yeah. But yeah,
Look
that one
like
got
some
away from him.
Falcones stuff or something.
Yeah, yeah, he hadn't opened them. So he said they
I'm,
tasted it, and he goes, "You don't want me to open this."
yeah.
He
Like
just keeps
chewing
them.
on a chunk of wood.
He keeps them on the shelf as a reminder of what
Yeah.
can happen.
Check the barrels. Yep. Have it on the list of things to do
Yep.
for sure.
But I've also seen there was I forget, it may have been Buff Trace I was talking to. They have scales under their barrels
No.
on where the shelves are separate, like through there,
Mm-hmm.
and they get readings under each barrel and
Mm.
its weight. And so they know if a barrel is evaporating, if they're losing bourbon out of it faster.
Oh, okay.
And we have to so that now that's a big, huge distillery with a lot of money
Yeah.
to spend. Chrome
Oh
tab.
yeah.
Good
I haven't
luck,
been to that one.
everybody. This is penne pasta. Here we go.
I did
And
have a
we are,
buddy of mine drive me through Wild Turkey Distillery
oh
on
yeah,
some, some of their back roads where they have.
crazy game.
Hey, Crazy Ann, congratulations. He drove me through some of the where their rick houses are, where most people don't go, not the tourists,
Right.
because he lived there, so he knew where all that, where all their stuff was.
Oh yeah.
It was an interesting place. Of
Yeah,
course,
there
to me, just like normal Kentucky.
now this is the part of the show where I have to say if Crazy Ann wins again, that's cool. And she gets the entries, but I will spin again.
Yeah.
Let's see
Oh,
here. I'm going to
I
do.
saw something earlier that I don't think you'd noticed. Sheba B said,
Let's see. I'm scrolling back up.
it was way
Uh,
early, I think.
yeah, I don't know. I went too far. I got to come back. And let's see. He messaged me over here. Let me see what he said. Yeah. See, I'm checking it because he was the guest tonight. So let me.
Bow tie.
Oh. Okay, have to do it another time. So he's having computer issues. So
Oh,
there we go. So we will. Yeah.
not a problem.
So we will do it another time, but we will keep the party going here. But now I wish this is why I was going to do an abbreviated show next week because it's cool when I have a guest and I can talk and I can ask questions and you and we've already been through everything.
Definitely crazy and get 2 lottery tickets.
Yeah, go ahead right on ahead, and if you win a third time, get 3 of them.
For sure.
But somebody hit the big lottery though.
Yeah, of course they did. Not me.
That was out in Cali.
I never play.
Mm,
I'm not a big gambler anyway.
I got into buying. Well, I've just bought them because it was $1 billion.
Yeah.
But I'm going up there and I'm thinking I'm spending big, and I'm throwing 10 down. Give me 5 of them tickets. And they were talking about people spending $10,000 and $15,000 getting tickets.
Forget that.
I'm like, how'd that work out for you?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's gambling.
Yeah.
$10. I spend more than that
Yeah.
eating a meal.
Yep. Exactly.
But no, I just like to buy the tickets so I can go. Wouldn't it be nice?
Yep.
Gives you a little tickle in the tummy to think about the yacht you could buy and different homes you could have.
Heck yeah. You're home in Hawaii.
Anywhere you want. Hell, go buy an island and build you one there.
There you go.
But yeah, I did the math on it, and out of the one time where it was, the cash option was something, and I did the math on the taxes that they would take out, and it was getting up around. I think at the very end, getting up close to you would clear about $480 million.
Wow.
Clear.
So
After taxes.
So you give half of it to the government, basically?
Oh yeah. So it's 40. You can pretty much calculate it at 47%. Now the Fed government only gets like 30 something percent. I say only because it's gift tax is what it is.
Jeez.
But there's state that you bought it from. There's other taxes that come out of it. There's other stuff. Plus the cash option is nowhere near the jackpot.
Yeah.
It's a lot less. And then you can pretty much, if you if you take the cash option amount, whatever they say it's estimated, and of course that's an estimate, and just subtract 47%, that's about what you're going to get.
Wow.
You'll get about 53% of the total.
That's crazy.
But I could live with that.
Sounds like who's the lawyer down here? Jay Henry or something like that.
Yeah.
I won $50 million for my client, and he took 27 million of it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Plus lawyers fees.
Yep. So yeah, I don't get a dime unless I win your case. Well, that means you don't get a dime if he does win your case.
He's still gonna get most of the damn money.
He's still gonna get most of it. Daddy need a new yacht, but no, it's still though. Somebody said, "Oh no, I don't want to win it unless it's up around blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Are you really?" I mean, at first, yeah, you may drop something here or there, but you don't want to go overboard. Because here's the thing to worry about: if you win that kind of money, now here we can start an LLC and talk to have an attorney claim the ticket for the LLC, having a financial person, and do all that stuff. So nobody knows who won it. But if you run out and start driving around town in a McLaren, and or in the back seat, of a Malbec or Mavic or something like that, and you all of a sudden have this, $3 or $4 million house, and the people are going to know who won the lottery, right?
Yeah.
So what you have to worry about though is people targeting and kidnapping your kids and stuff like that, and they don't know how to do the math, so they think you're a billionaire when you're only you're less than half a billionaire, and they may demand $500 million from you.
Yeah.
And then that's when you have to be like, look, dude, I don't have that much, but that's what you really have to worry about. And it's either you do it in private and you keep it on the low, travel, go do things. Nobody keeps track. Don't walk around throwing $100 bills everywhere, marching up and down the road with a big stick or something with a like a parade
crazy with
master.
it. Car for you, a new car for you.
Yeah, all that crap. Because people can get you, man. I mean, they'll try to get it. But that's just one worry. And then if you're going to really let people know and just dare them, now you need a security force. You need Secret Service for your kids, and all that. So that's going to be a very expensive. But if you won, say you cleared $40 million, my question is, are you going to spend $1 million a year? I wouldn't. Maybe the first year to get kind of set, but I wouldn't want to just run out and just blow it all.
It would be pretty hard to spend that much.
Just get settled in someplace comfortable and plan for the end of the road down there.
Yeah, that's all you need. 40 million is plenty.
Yeah,
you wouldn't need 200 million or $250 million or 500.
No, that's setting generations up.
Yeah, what are you going to do with that much money? You couldn't spend that much money in a hurry.
But I would want to set my kids up too. Yeah, living off the interest would be good. And now that's one. If you took the 480 million or whatever, you're going to make a lot of money a year off of that, just in interest.
Well, I would spread that around too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket, but
no,
you're gonna, But I wouldn't even go risky on my investments at all, because you don't need to. I would go safe to moderate and just hang right in there, and you'll take a hit here and there. But as long as you diversify enough, nothing's gonna knock the rug out from under you. And that's what people talk about is diversification of your portfolio with your investments is I'm not invested in any one thing so heavily that if it goes kaplunk, I'm going with it, you know?
There
So
you
anyway, I'm going to present this
go.
screen and we'll spin again and
The
share
old
this.
don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Good luck bow tie people. Here we go. Bow tie pasta is really for kids, I think. Well, and salad, pasta salad. All right, this goes
Yeah.
to Lori. Let me write Sheba B down here, and I will spin again.
I don't think Jimmy got in on that one.
Good luck,
Cheers, Jimmy.
everybody. Boom, crazy Ann. Now I'm gonna write down plus 10, and then I'm gonna draw again. I am not. I saw Jimmy's random content. I saw it
Oh,
fly
yeah.
by.
Yep, you're right. I did too.
Bang! But we're landing on Jimmy Lacari. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
And for those of you who may just be joining, we had a guest tonight, but the internet is not being kind, or the computer is not being kind to this person. Freezing up, doing its thing. So we're going to have to reschedule for another night, and hopefully we can get it going. Now, this is one that kind of bumfuzzled me when I saw it, and I am a cultured guy. I've been around to a lot of places. I've military. I've been all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried, and I'm never afraid to try anything. And I'm not afraid to tell you, I didn't know what this was.
Fusilli.
And it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th most popular pasta, but they said worldwide. So
That one I don't know.
yeah, that one, that's the only one on the list. I was like, what the hell is that? And I didn't have time to look it up. So
No, I would, but I can't right now. So
yeah,
I've never heard of that one.
let me. You know what? I'm gonna Google it. Hang on.
All right, see what that is.
Oops, I put too many S's. Hang on. Pasta variety. Oh, okay. I know what that is. Those are the curly noodles. Looks like
Oh,
spirals,
there you go.
and you can get them in long, like spaghetti length, but typically people cut them
Yeah,
into short, and they
for
show
pasta
it here
salad.
with a pasta salad. Yep, and
Gotcha.
and it picks up the sauce really well because they're
Oh,
spiral.
yeah, yeah. I
And
didn't
I
know
think
that's what
that's
they were
why
called.
I didn't know what it was actually called because at the grocery store they call them spiral noodles.
Yeah, kind of like egg noodles.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they're a really tight spiral. So yeah, that's what they
Gotcha.
are.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I have had them before, but I just didn't call them fusilli.
See, and that's why people join in because we teach you something every day.
And we all learn it. Yeah. America spiral. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
See,
So yeah.
that's it. Learn something new every day. It's good for you.
Well, and when I was in Italy, we stayed in Venice, and then we drove down to Rome, and then back up again, and we ate stuff. But they would try to speak broken English to us, and we didn't know any Italian, and so if they rattled off something, I was just I it gets lost in the sentence, and I wouldn't have picked up on it anyway.
Yep. So, yep, just give me some of that. It looks good.
Oh
I'll have
yeah.
what he's having. That'd
But
be
yeah,
me.
they could have pointed to it and said the name, and I probably would have just went, "All right." Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that looks good. Or what would it be? I don't know what you
No,
even say Italian.
the best Italian we had. We were driving. Um, we went down a main highway down to Rome,
Mhm.
and I cut over toward the coast, and then I was just going to drive up the coast, and they were like, "Well, we're going to get lost," and I'm like, "Look, this main highway. I mean, this the country's this wide. There's a main highway right here. We're not going to miss it if we, cross over that way. We're going to hit water if we go this way. And going north, we're going to hit that main drag going over to Marco Polo where, Venice is. So we're just meandering up through the countryside. And there was some great fields here and there. And there was, rolling hills and different things. And of course, rocky coast here and there. And then we hit a place. See, can we have an after party night? So that's for him. If we could have an after party tonight, I can't tonight because I'm still too busy at work. But I will start those back up. I mean, I was saying earlier, Lori, that right now is not a good time at work. I am just getting pummeled. So I don't want to do an after party tonight, but I will. Let's say you said your birthday was the 19th. Who said that? Somebody said their birthday was on the 19th.
It's Saturday.
Yeah. I might could do a little something on Saturday.
Yeah. Maybe get Big Daddy H on.
Maybe. I'll see what he's doing. He likes
What's up, puppies?
He likes to go to them bars. Oh,
how's Mama doing, by the way?
Oh, she's doing okay, keeping her spirits up. But it's a tiresome. She's not. I mean, she's doing fine. It's just Oh wait, let me write this down. It gets you can't wash your hair good. You can't do things. That type of stuff, and that gets old after a while. So I got this. I got to get those entries down here so I know what's going on. But I know she and I warned her. I said you'll get way tired of it before Yeah. So
annoying.
Big Daddy H, tell her Jimmy is thinking about her. So Jimmy wasn't on earlier when I was talking about the guy that does the store picks, and I'm not going to mention a name right now, but we had a good conversation, and we are going to be doing that documentary film. I just wanted to throw that out there so Jimmy knows, and probably going to be meeting up with them and at the distilleries as well. So it's going to be a longer shoot this time because it's going to be multiple locations and all that type of stuff.
The more editing and all that, be more.
But I am still planning on getting another camera.
Okay.
So I'll have two.
There you go. Two cameras, two mics.
Yeah, that will not affect this stream because I use a Logitech Stream Cam, but it will make the weekly bourbon reviews better. I can change camera angle and stuff. So I will be probably setting one up lower right over here, a little closer to me, so that when I go to introduce the bottle, I can put it out, and then change camera to that one so people can see the bottle.
Yeah,
and
easier.
With it, I can also then put that up picture in picture and leave it up there for just a little bit as I'm talking and then fade it out. Little things like that I'll be able to do. And it will make a huge difference for doing these documentary shoots.
Gotcha.
Setting up multiple camera angles. So, and I have to get the same exact camera.
Yeah.
And set up because I want the same lens, the same camera, everything, so that I don't have to edit too much in post. They're the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I put the same filter in. It does the same on both. That type of stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah, that'd be a lot easier.
Oh yeah, Jimmy, that's your liquor store guy. Yes. Yep.
Don't give it away now.
It'll be all right. But yeah, we had a really good conversation. So he did email me, and I shot him an email back. So we're going to connect. He's busy right now to the end of the year, and of course, we have Christmas coming and the kids, and I don't want to really get into it till after the first of the year anyway. Mr. Whiskey Shits, how's it going?
Hey there, Adam.
Cheers. And but yeah, I'll start on that. It's probably going to take me at least 10 months, if not longer. It depends on when they do the picks.
Dang.
So, all right, we got to spin again, man. We are right here on
Spin
it.
up. I'll be right back.
All right, Chrome tab. Here we go. Spiral pasta. Good
Are
luck,
you eating
everybody.
again?
What's that?
Nothing. No, sorry.
Oh. Good luck. Oh, it's Jimmy Lacari. Now that's 2 for Jimmy. If Jimmy wins again, that's great. We will give Jimmy the entries, but we will also spin again. I'll put a +10 by someone's name that's already won twice, and we go from there. So let me set this next one up. This will be the last one before everybody gets entries. Simply by typing "put me in," but we're not quite there yet. Now, this was always my favorite when I was a kid because you can't hardly say it without saying "and cheese." It's macaroni.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't use macaroni for a lot of stuff.
No.
But macaroni and cheese, that's basically all I really use macaroni for.
Yep. When I was a kid, I didn't like macaroni and cheese. I liked
Really?
macaroni, but I didn't like to put the cheese in it. I do now.
Oh, yeah.
My wife makes a good macaroni and cheese that she puts stuff on top of it and bakes it in the oven for a while
Oh,
too,
yeah. Yeah,
and
the
that comes out
breadcrumb
really good.
season stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, I
So that's
used to, when I was a kid, all I wanted was Kraft macaroni and cheese. Powdered cheese in a box,
Mhm.
put the milk and butter.
Yeah,
I still get it
careful.
every once in a while because the kids
Yeah,
and I want something quick and easy. But I'd rather make my own macaroni and cheese.
yeah. Use some like Gruyere and a few others. Yeah.
That's the good stuff. Yep, and cream cheese helps make it
Creamy.
smooth and creamy.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Now that's much better than Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, it is.
You
It's
know.
delicious. Yes, sir. I like it I like it creamy though. You know
Oh yeah.
where so, but I don't like doing uh the method where you put the flour in there to
Oh, to
thicken
thicken
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like doing that. I just put enough cheese and cream cheese that
Mhm.
it gets soupy.
Yeah. I
And
suppose
you
you could
can
probably
use
add some, like pecorino or some more of the drier, harder cheeses that would help, with the
yep.
liquid aspect of it.
Oh yeah, and you can just grate it right over the pot.
Mhm.
And we have a shooter, that
Oh yeah,
plugs
yeah.
in and wow, 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 and it'll just grate it right out there.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
What up, Toto?
If y'all stick around long enough, I might say that again. Wow, 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 wow. But no, man, it's I love to eat, but I have been eating a heck of a lot less lately. Um, some of it by choice, some of it not. Like today, I went. I won't go into it because it makes me angry. But I went to a place to get something to eat, and they got my order completely wrong, and I just threw it away.
Huh.
Uh, and then ended up eating spaghetti tonight that my oldest one made. But that was spaghetti was good, and I almost choked on it. I hadn't had anything to eat until yesterday. By the time I ate it, about an hour before the show. So
uh,
yeah, I wouldn't do that for a bourbon review, but I'm just enjoying this. I'm not reviewing it.
okay. All right. Cool.
Mm. And if y'all have noticed,
Oh, there you go.
Mr. Great Shot is no longer a part of the phenomenal band Queen singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
Got too cold outside, had to move in.
Got too cold and the dang time changed on us again. I thought they were supposed to do away with that, wouldn't they?
They've been threatening to do that for a long, long time. I've heard that since I was in high school. that people wanting to do away with it, but I don't
I'd
know
be
why.
happy if they do. That would be just so nice to get done with time change, which is the same all the time now.
Yeah, and there's 3 official versions as to why we have it, but
Hmm.
yeah,
And they're all kind of who cares,
yeah, I don't really care why. But with all of the farm equipment, because it wasn't the farmers. That's what I've heard. It wasn't because of that. But
Yeah, farmers are when it's you work when it's dawn and you go to sleep when it's dusk.
yeah,
You know.
but but the equipment, even if it was the equipment they have now, pretty much will
Yeah.
drive itself. I mean that you set the
Well,
GPS stuff up and it'll do its thing.
well, if you're that big a farmer, yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, the equipment that we had back home, my dad had a 1944 Super M Fireman,
Mm,
you know. So it did
yeah.
not drive itself, trust me. And
Now
you
some
make
of those
sure you
guys.
did put you don't grab the hold of the wheel like this, because if you did and you hit a rock, it's liable to break your thumb.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've driven all kind of stuff in the past, but the flatbed truck with the floor stick
Hmm.
and the clutch was hard to push, and so then the stick was hard to shift, and man, you'll wear your right shoulder out trying to just drive 2 miles in that thing.
Heck yeah. Well, heck, my first vehicle was a '64 Chevy with three on the tree.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I grew up driving a stick. I took my driving test in a stick.
Mm.
And it was a Ford Courier pickup. And I thought it was easy to shift because I'd been driving all this other stuff, around farms and
Mm.
everything, and like column shifter things, and people would let me, hey, won't you drive and all that, and I would
Yeah.
just drive all kind of stuff. But when we got that Ford Courier pickup, of course, it's like a little Datsun, but it's a Ford.
Hmm.
And I thought that thing was easy to shift, and it had a metal shaft that come up with that ball on the end, and
Yep.
use first, second, third, fourth, and then go over into reverse. And
Yep.
then I bought my son. This was see, he's way up in his 20s now, so this was when he was 15.
Mm.
So over 10 years ago for sure. I mean, it's probably more like 12 or 13 years ago, maybe 14. And because I'm getting older and I lose track of time. But anyway, bought him a stick shift car. That was the breeze to shift. It was a newer
Yeah.
vehicle, and I was like, wow, you just push the clutch and this thing just falls into place.
Oh
So
man.
I just,
You know, to drove my old car. I had an old. I drove it for years. It was an MR2,
mm,
Toyota MR2, and the spacing was like here. You
oh,
didn't have
yeah,
to move your whole arm. You just move your wrist like this to
yeah,
change gears. And then if you get the RPMs just right on it, you didn't even have to put the clutch. You just go,
yeah,
you can drive it like that. It was
yep.
so easy.
All
Okay.
right, well, let me spin.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
go ahead. I'm just going to present the
since
screen.
since we are on this, I went back to this.
Oh, okay,
The
foolproof.
the foolproof. Just the regular foolproof though.
Yeah, right, not the store pick. All
Not the
right.
store pick.
Well, let me share this thing out, and I am going to spin the macaronis. Good
Spin them
luck,
out.
everybody, and here we go. I hope y'all saw the entry that I put out there. It always gets hectic. Good gracious, it's
There
Jimmy's
we
random
go.
content. We were just talking
Don't
about that.
don't cut him off on his sparkles.
No,
Confetti.
I'm going ahead and I usually just put Jimmy's down there, but I put Jimmy's random
There
because
you go.
I already have Jimmy Lacari down there a couple times. So now I'm going
Of
to get the
course.
next one ready, but we're not going to do it yet. But I want it to be ready for when we're done with the other part.
Let's see here.
I am going to copy it. Oh, it didn't copy. Copy it. Now then, start
Yeah.
collecting. But before I paste that in there, I am going to put start,
This one.
put me in. Bam. And Mr. Great Shot is the first one because he knew what was coming.
I knew it was coming. I got in ahead of you.
All right, gotcha. And
Man, that foolproof is a good pour.
It is. That's the best 1792 for sure.
Yeah. I've never tried this the sweet wheat and what was the other one? Toasted or something like that?
Yeah, the sweet wheat is really good though.
Man, I like a good wheater just because it's that nice light profile to it.
Yeah. Oh, my alarm's going off. I'm already getting this stuff down here. All right.
I mean, but for 125, it just really doesn't drink that way.
Okay. Get all these down. Oops.
What y'all do?
I almost
What y'all do?
spelled crazy and wrong. All right.
How can you spell "and" wrong?
Well, I was going to put
My
crazy and I put
goodness.
a G at the front. I almost put
Oh,
gravy in.
gravy. It's gravy and.
Crush. Jimmy Lacari. We are getting these.
Dang, Jimmy.
Kitty 303. Yeah, all you have to do in any form or fashion is type put me in,
I'll be right back. I need to grab me a water.
and you get 5 entries to the quarterly drawing. So if you show up every week, you get at least 5 entries if you're here at 8 p.m. On the dot. And all you have to do is type put me in. I'm going to read off the names. I'm pretty sure I got them all, but if I didn't, if I don't call your name, I did not get your entry. So please type it again. We have Mr. Great Shot, Giovanni Ostinaco, Big Daddy H, Mike Carrier, Newfoundlander, Ingalls Family, Kathy Bates, Crazy Ann, Whiskey Food Dude, CSNA Crush, Jimmy Lacari, Kitty 303, and Jimmy's Random Content. Oh, Jimmy went to feed the dog and came back to a surprise. Yeah, you won. Oh, there's Art by Sparkle. All right. And I don't know if I missed that or.
Unplug that.
All
There we
right,
go.
we got it. But we have it now. So we'll let
You
this go
better know
for a
better.
few more minutes and then I'll paste this next hashtag in just to make sure that everybody gets a chance to
There we
put their
go.
put me ins in. Oh, and this goes for Facebook too, guys. Just type put me in.
Hang. Good
But
thing I had
no,
the
I think we have everybody.
had
Yep.
the camera off there for a second because when I came back, the dog jumped on the cord, flipped the whole phone over.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you a laptop, man.
Eh, well, I've got a computer. I just don't use the thing. I've
Mm,
got an Apple.
is it a all-in-one Mac
Mm,
or a MacBook or?
no, it's a the big Mac
Oh yeah,
stand up.
the all-in-one. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I've got one over there. I just don't use it because I bought this expensive, the M1 with chip and all that junk. Yeah,
Yeah, all that stuff's over my head. I got a buddy of mine. He does some streaming and plays games online and stuff. And he just built his own computer.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's way over my head. I got away
All
from
right.
computers when I had a Dell and started getting some viruses and stuff, and then I had to learn how to get into the what is it, DOS or what is it?
Oh, got you, Lori. I'll usually give her one anyway, but there we go.
But
Yeah, and
anyway,
if anybody, if I start the next thing and somebody's just a tiny bit late, I put them in there.
angel hair is my favorite pasta.
It depends on the application, but yeah, like I was talking about earlier with that Parmesan, like chicken or
Hmm.
veal or whatever Parmesan. I
Yeah,
love
chicken
the angel
parm.
hair with that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way to go with that. Or eggplant parm.
Yep.
Yep. Angel
Whatever. If
hair is
you're a
good.
vegetarian, that's fine.
No.
Now
Oh,
I
I'm
made
an omnivore. I'll eat anything.
yeah. Now I used to take uh portobello mushroom caps,
Mm-hmm.
and I would put them on the grill cap up, and I would let them just where they just start dripping
Uh-huh.
on the coals, because I would do it on a charcoal grill, and then I would flip it over. I would dash a little olive oil over it, and then put marinara on there and like
Oh.
season it. Well, I would season it with the olive oil, like I would put salt, pepper,
Mm-hmm.
some probably oregano, stuff like that, and then I would put the marinara, just tomato marinara, nothing else.
Okay.
And then I would take the fresh mozzarella balls and cut them, and I would lay the mozzarella cheese and let it melt
Oh,
in
wow.
there.
I
Yeah,
did
that's stuff.
something like that. It kind of the same thing when you put it upside down to start with, and then once it starts getting a little bit, flip it back up, and then I would put a pat of butter and some
Mm.
garlic in there, and then
Oh
finish it off
yeah.
that way.
That was the other thing I put in there is I would take the little thing and do the minced garlic
Oh yeah.
and knock it down in there and
Oh
spread it
yeah.
around a little bit, and
That's
then do
good.
the tomato.
But I like your idea with the mozzarella cheese on top of that.
Yeah.
That's good right there.
The other thing you can do, it's super simple, is just take the Roma tomatoes
Uh-huh.
and cut and just slice them thin and lay them all around in that mushroom cap, and then take
Hmm.
fresh basil leaves on there.
Oh yeah.
Then drizzle that with olive oil, and then put the mozzarella on there and just let it melt down.
Oh, perfect.
Yep,
One
that
thing I
is
did with
really.
the with your Roma tomatoes that it turned out really good was when I cook on the pit.
Mm,
Like cooking a Boston butt or brisket or something like that. I put a piece of tinfoil off to the side, and then I'll slice the Roma tomatoes in half, put them on there, and then just let them smoke and dry.
yeah.
Man, when do you get those things? And they're not completely dry. They are
Mm,
so tasty. Now you can go ahead and dry them up a little bit more, and then use them for like a sun-dried tomato
right.
sort of thing, and put it in salsa. They're really good in salsa.
Yeah, I love sun dried tomato. And we used to get the sun dried tomato paste as well. It's
Mm,
not quite as good as the regular sun dried tomato, but but you could just squeeze a little out of that tube and knock it into sauce, and it gives it
yep,
that little darker flavor, to
yep.
it. But yeah, that was good stuff.
I
But
did the same thing with jalapenos. Put them on the pit and can just smoke dry them.
oh yeah,
Like it being like chipotle pepper kind of basically.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and in Texas, of course, it was New Mexico had the Hatch chilies.
Hmm.
And they would
Oh
have the
yeah.
Hatch chili festivals, and Whole Foods, or not Whole Foods, Central Market would get all of
Yep.
those Hatch chilies,
Oh yeah.
and we would go down and get bunches of them, and we would put them in the oven and roast them, and then get them ready to go in the freezer bags and all,
Yeah.
and we would have them for a while.
Oh yeah. Put them on everything.
Oh
Put them
yeah,
on your burger. Put them on your pizza.
man, that's the
HEB. I think HEB and I think Central Market both. A little while back they were fire roasting them outside the store.
oh yeah.
Man, you talk about selling out in a hurry.
Ooh, you can smell it as soon as you get out of your
Oh,
car.
exactly. You know, your car going, honey, we're
Yeah.
gonna get us some chilies tonight.
But yeah, I used to love that time of year, boy. We'd get those things in, and yeah, we would just make a bunch of stuff with the Hatch chilies. That man, they were so
Oh
good.
yeah,
And they had them hot, medium, mild, or whatever. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
yep. Take them all, hot, medium, and mild.
Yeah, I remember a buddy of mine there in Texas in Fort Worth. He brought 2 boxes over, and he got them at Central Market, so
Nice.
they were already roasted, prepared,
Mm,
and we were taking them out, and they were kind of sliced all up in there,
yep.
and you take them out and put them on a chip or something, or cracker or whatever, and eat it with a little piece of cheese or something.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the one was labeled mild and one was labeled hot, and uh-uh.
Oopsie.
Yeah, I tried that one and I was like, well, I mean, it's not so hot it's killing me, but if
Mhm.
that's mild, that one over there is probably going to really hurt. But nah, he got the label on the wrong box.
Gotcha. It happens.
But if people aren't familiar with Central Market, it's built like a maze, and you walk through the whole store. And but you pretty much like they'll have prepared stuff out on these bars, and they have plastic boxes, and you put it in there and you pay by weight, and then you put it on the scale, and you push in the code of whatever, like it'll have a number on it. Put that number in and hit enter, and it spits out a sticker. And then you take that and peel it and stick it to the top, and then they scan it at the register, and then you go.
Yep, I would do stuff like that. Go there for like pine nuts and cracked wheat, things like that to make Lebanese type food and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Grape leaves.
Oh, that was the best place to get spices. You get them in those bags.
Oh, you get a bulk bag of spice, yeah.
Yeah, way cheaper. And if there's a spice like you never ever use, you can go there and get exactly what you need, and then
Oh yeah.
just for that recipe, and then be done. But I liked going because I could get all of the ingredients for my dry rubs and stuff, and I could just put it together myself.
Hey, down there in the chat, Mike Carrier. You mean these, Mike? Those are chili piquin.
Oh yeah, so that's the
Those are little bitty hot peppers that grow wild down here in
pack
Texas.
a punch.
They do. They're hotter than a jalapeno by a good margin.
He said, "Yeah, buddy."
They're tasty. You know the little pepper grinders. You buy the HEB pepper grinders.
Mm-hmm.
Once that gets empty, I'll put some of those in there.
I used to have an old. My wife had a coffee grinder, and she got a better one, and I used to use that old coffee grinder to grind like mustard seed and stuff up, and I could make
spices,
my own. Yeah, because this is a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah,
but is not.
Exactly. I like to do that when I'm making like like a butt rub or something like that.
Right.
No, a Boston butt rub.
There you
go. No,
we
get me wrong.
Hey, we can do it anywhere. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead
and or whatever. Put it on
there
ribs,
we go. And I'm going to share this screen, and we're going to spin this thing. So good luck, everybody, with the angel hair, and we are going to get her done. And we are going to stop on CNSA Crush.
All right. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Who's going on tonight?
I believe that may be the first spin win right there.
Oh, nice.
So let me set up the next one. Now, we got one more 10 and then the 20. The number one answer is always worth 20. Unless I'm doing a double giveaway like I do next week. That is another thing. If you can stop in next week, all entries are doubled next week. I always do that the weekend before, or the week before the drawing, because it is the last chance to get entries to the wheel. But fettuccine is where we are right now. That is number 2. And I think we can all guess what number 1 is, because I haven't typed it in there tonight.
I got a pretty good guess.
It's what I had for dinner.
Kind of long and skinny.
Yep. Smooth, round, long, skinny.
Yep. What up, Betty Bella?
It's like an overgrown angel hair. Now, we have I used to make my own pasta at home. I still do every once in a while, but I don't. We made fettuccine once because we have the mixer, the bowl lift, Cuisinart big mixer.
Oh, yeah.
And it has the attachment thing. You flip the deal up on front, and you can have the pasta deal come out.
Yep, I've seen those.
I would, do the flour and whatever. I follow a recipe for that stuff, and then roll it all out. But mostly what I do is take, and I just use the flat one, and I just keep inching it down till it gets tighter and tighter, the thickness I want. and you just run it back through, and it gets longer and longer. And then
Yep.
I have a sheet of pasta, and I just lay it on newspaper or whatever, and that's when I put the ravioli mixture on that sheet, and then take another sheet, put it on top, and then press it down between the deals, and then take a pizza cutter and do all that. And
Yeah.
but what I do with those is I take an egg wash, and I dip them in the egg, and then the breadcrumbs, seasoned breadcrumbs, and then I fry them in olive oil.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fried
Nice.
ravioli, and then you have a sauce to dip them in or to put
Excellent.
on them. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I bet that is. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I usually use pork. I use a multi meat mixture in there where I use Italian sausage and different ground meats, and I cook them together in a pan, and I throw a little cheese in there with them, and mix it up like some mozzarella or something. Then I put the little. I have a little tiny like a.
Melon
It's
baller?
yeah, but it's a bigger melon baller, and that's what I take the meat mixture to put, because it's perfect size that to fit the ravioli. The raviolis come out square, of course, but they're about like
Oh, wow. Yeah.
yeah,
Good size.
oh yeah. But I love doing that. But it's a pain.
Yeah, it's not something you want to make on a daily basis, that's for sure.
Heck no, it's something I do on a weekend. When I'm feeling saucy. Don't really have much else to do, but it's one of those things that the preparation part's not that bad, but then if you've ever made pasta at home, it's the when you're done and you look back at the kitchen and go, "What the hell have I done?" And then you have to clean it all up.
Oh, it wouldn't be that bad if I had done it, but if my wife does it, oh my God.
Yeah,
It's when, because she cooks like you do, I'm sure. Where you look back at the kitchen and it looks like who blew up in the kitchen,
yeah, but it's
Every
just so
cabinet's
many.
open, there's flour all over the place.
Yeah. Well, and I'm spreading flour, and and while I'm rolling the pasta dough, and I dust the roller, so it won't stick, and and all
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff, and yeah, stuff's going everywhere, and you're making little clouds, and it's settling,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I cook like I'm in a commercial kitchen,
And
even though I don't.
15 pots and pans that are all dirty at the same time.
That pretty much, 'cause I'm making my own sauce, I'm making my own meat mixture, I'm making all this stuff, and then and when you're doing pasta and stuff like that, you don't have time to clean as you go. Everything kinda gets
Yeah,
ready kinda at the same time, type deal. Oh, I know you did, Kathy Bates. Uh,
that's good stuff.
well, you can probably make it way better than I can, but, yeah, I try.
Put this down here.
Mm.
There
Here in another 2 minutes now,
there
we're
we go.
gonna we're gonna spin. These go a
All
little
right.
faster at the very end. Just got to fit them all in. I got to get that last one worth 20. Last one is worth 20. So stick around for that. And we will spin that sucker here in just a little bit. And it's I think
Quick
everybody
nosing
knows.
question for you.
Okay.
When you nosing, nosing like here, underneath where your nose is actually kind of in the middle of the glass.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever nosed where your nose is above the top rim?
No,
You tried that at all?
no, I
It's a different
usually
nut.
I go back and forth, and I'll go nostril to nostril,
Hmm.
see what I'm picking up, and of course, some of them I'll pull away and because some of them will burn your eyes if you get down in there too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well, some
just
will burn your
depends.
nose hairs out too. You get that
Yeah.
130, 140 proof stuff. You're like,
Oh, I need that though. I wouldn't have to use that in a railco.
but I've noticed that you can actually you know get your nose above the rim of the glass like your mouth's going to drink on it, but smell it there, and you'll catch a couple of different notes that are different than straight out of the middle of the glass.
maybe.
At least me. I mean,
Um,
my nose, I I don't have the best nose for by any means. I'm
I think
trying.
one of the most important things is leave your mouth open as you're nosing and
Mm.
let it flow through. That's one of the most important pieces, whether you go nostril to nostril or not. All right, my alarm's going off. I know we're doing these quick, but we got to get them done. So this is the last one for 10. Good luck, everybody, on the fettuccine.
Jimmy, that Chef RE stuff's good cold, baby.
Chef Boyardee. Oh man, Kitty
Kitty, that's
303.
two for her, right?
Yep. Now here's where we get to an interesting part, right? So if either, let me set this up, and then I'll tell you the rules on this. So
Kitty and
it's
Crazy Ann.
Jimmy Lacari, Kitty 303, and Crazy Ann, right? But let me do this so I don't spell anything wrong. All right. If any of them win this next spin, they get the 20, but I will still spin again. Uh, and if all three of them hit, they will all get 20 plus somebody else will. And it's spaghetti. That's
What?
spaghetti.
Spaghetti, my favorite.
Yeah, it was
Crazy
good
dog. What
tonight.
you want?
Yeah, my
What you
wife had to go to Raleigh. She said she wouldn't be home till around midnight tonight. So one of the kids made dinner, and
want?
so it was spaghetti.
There you go. It's easy. This is
It
Bella.
was good though. It was really good. Now, the pasta, I will say this: my kids pay attention, and they like to cook. They know we like to cook, and they pay attention, and we give them tips. That pasta was perfect al dente, not too undercooked, but it was perfect.
Way to go, Daddy.
And that's why,
Check this recipe.
Jimmy, random content. I don't like Chef BRD or SpaghettiOs because that stuff is mush in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, I never did like those.
But yeah,
The
that
SpaghettiOs
spaghetti.
and the.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I can tolerate the like the mini ravioli. As like I need something to eat now.
yeah.
But the rest of it never could. The
I'd rather
spaghetti and
have
the. Oh,
I'd rather have Vienna weenies.
oh, yeah, no, didn't much care for those either. Vienna sausages.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
used to call
meh.
them. We used to call them Beanie Weenies when I was a kid.
No, they had beanie weenies too, though.
Well, they do have Beanie Weenies, but we said Beanie Weenies or that was Beans and Franks or whatever.
Yeah,
The
Franken
and
beans.
yeah, Frank and Beans, but we called them Beanie Weenies and Veenie Weenies.
Ah, okay.
And so we just put a V in front of. Now I was a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now
And
the one,
sardines
one
is another one of those canned things I never eat much of. A little bit, once in a while.
yeah, and one that I'm pretty much a connoisseur of eating out of a can because I've been at deer camp way too many times. But
Mm,
we had a power outage, couldn't heat anything up, and I just opened a can of Progresso clam chowder,
yeah.
and that was pretty decent. Just
Yeah.
lukewarm out of a can.
Toss it on the campfire.
Yeah, I
I've,
did. It was pouring down rain. Power was out.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it didn't stay out all that long, but they usually get us back up and running pretty quick here. But
Beanie, beanie weenies with crackers. Mm-mm.
mm, one thing I do really really like, but it's not healthy for you at all. It's the spam spread. Now there's
Yeah.
deviled ham and stuff, but the spam
Yeah.
has the soft spread that,
Really?
and you just put it over bread and put a piece of cheese on it, and boom, you're done because it's
Hmm.
it's salty already.
Yeah. Now I can stomach the spam occasionally, like the low sodium, and then put it on the skillet and cook it like you would bologna.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I've had
burn
fried.
the
Yeah.
burn the crap out of it that way. Oh, that's pretty decent that way.
Oh man,
But
Big Daddy H and I we went to HEB.
potted meat. Oh,
Yeah, potted meat. Yeah,
ooh,
I
no.
won't finish that. Yeah. So um the we went to HEB and we bought a stick of what's the brand, the good brand of bologna. It's
Oscar Mayer.
shoot. No, it's like starts with a H, I think. But anyway, it's a more
Hormel.
expensive. No, this is
Mm.
something. It's a German name,
Oh, okay.
but it's a good brand of bologna. I mean, it's still pink slime they formed into, whatever.
Yeah.
But um, we took the whole and we bought the whole stick and we unwrapped it and then we took a knife and we made diagonal cuts all the way around and then went
Yeah.
the other way. So we made diamonds all over it. Then we
Gotcha.
smoked it
Perfect.
and the diamonds got dark and they drew down and made the gaps bigger, and then we sliced it and fried it
Oh, perfect.
and made sandwiches.
Yeah, that's good. I'm down with that. Put that on some toast with a little bit of mustard on it. Good to go.
Yeah, I forget the name of this. It wasn't Boar's Head, but I mean they had that, but this is it's one of the, I don't know how you could call it gourmet bologna. I mean, but I'll if I get the name of it, I'll and it may not even start with an H. I can't remember, but I know it has an EI in it, you know. So, um, damn,
I don't know.
yeah, I can't
Oh,
think of the name of it.
dang, Jimmy. I can't do that.
Eat it like a candy bar.
Nope,
Jimmy's
not me.
country,
Sorry.
man. Oh, let me spin this thing.
All right, then.
So it's 8:27, and this is for 20 now, and we may need to spin it a couple times. Good luck on everything. Here we go. 20 entries to the quarterly drawing. We are right up. Next week, last week, if you can't make it, that's Lori. I got that one. Draw again. See, we're hitting all the draw agains now. Here we go. And Art by Sparkle. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. Boy, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm. More than one
But,
occasion.
all right. No, it wasn't Hatfield. It was, shoot. I'll have to look it up when I have time.
Kathy, you're thinking the Hatfields and McCoys.
But no, it was something Iceman, like Weissman or something like that. But I think it might have been Kleisman. I don't remember now, but I know it was the most expensive one, and it was the most per pound. So we were like, that must be better. So we got it.
Close enough, Jimmy.
It's cultured. Yeah. Sure.
Even better if you eat it with a tie when you're wearing a tie.
Even just a bolo, just slide it up a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
oh yeah. Hey, it's just we're in Texas. A bolo's good.
There you go. I used to, my grandpa wore bolo ties, and he would have the nice little, stone on them
Diamonds
or the little
and things.
gem, and they would be like silver or whatever and ornate, and he would take those straps and put in there, and well, you put them in and pull apart, and they snap in, and then you can slide that thing up, and he always had snap front shirt,
Oh yeah.
the snaps and
Pearl
smoke
snap.
pipe and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't wear it all the time, but he had some. And I remember playing with him as a kid. He would put them on me and I'd slide it up.
Was he in Texas?
No, that was Arkansas.
Arkansas? Okay.
Yeah, they actually moved to Arkansas from Bakersfield, California. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Wonder Bar
Bar.
Bologna.
Never heard of it. Whoa.
Oh, Art by Sparkle got that in just in time. We are at 8:29.
Not me, Jimmy. It never bothered me.
All
I
right.
never did like the hat though. The
Oh,
stupid.
I've worn cowboy hats. It's just,
No. I was talking with Jimmy. The blues, our blues hat in the Air Force.
oh, that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never cared for that one.
yeah, whatever. I mean, it looked like a canoe, and you just put it
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not much on it.
I did like it because you could put it in your back pocket.
Yeah, that was true. Yeah, or your side
And
pocket if you were in, something else.
yep. But the back pocket with the blues hat, I did like that. And I also liked it. It just laid up there, really, you
Yeah,
know.
it was
So,
easy.
yep. But I never put always the BDU cap. I kept it pressed and like ironed and everything, so I didn't want to wad it up and put it, and then the brim shape,
Yeah,
a certain way. You don't want to mess it up. But
I had to.
a lot of guys they'd have the deal that hang it off their hip,
Yeah,
the BDU cap.
yeah. When I was over in Saudi, I wore the boonie. Had a nice big boonie hat. And I wound up putting around the outside of the rim. I put safety wire so I could shape the
Yeah.
outside of the rim like I wanted to, and it would stay that way. It worked out
Oh yeah.
great.
All right, guys. Well, we're at the end of the show. Congratulations to everybody who got their entries tonight. And thank you so much for Kathy Bates and Art by Sparkle. I will get those entries recorded,
Thanks, Jimmy.
but it does help support the channel. So really appreciate that. And hope you had a good time. I will be on next week, but just keep in mind, it may not be the exact same full schedule, but I may schedule it for like 7 to, I'll start around 7 and we'll see how long it goes. But if I don't see you till next week and you have your Thanksgiving before I go live, then have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And 2 weeks is the giveaway. So thanks for everybody for joining, and we'll see you next